Love Wins, Pink, Michelle, Leslie, Sherry, MCE. Send it to me, MCE. Send it to me. Me and you, Heidi, Love Wins.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Lord. Juana.
I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like I do. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And I have the best times, no matter what we do. take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm broken.
Who's ready to ride those pearls?
Feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place. Big brain, come along with me.
77. Richie, Heidi, Lori, Beauty.
Got pearls and I laughed.
Wait, what? Wait,
Such
you
a
read
fact
that?
is always
Finished
new.
that.
In this place we keep it real.
Wait, what?
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just
Yeah.
begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh, we lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Girls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Just as hard and no support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together we
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. Anywhere on the internet, anywhere in this world. And you chose to be right here. And your time is very, very valuable. And I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is March 24th, 2025. It is currently 8:52 p.m. East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Brown-eyed girl, Smiley, Drew, Janine, Vic, Jen and Georgia, Julie, Crazy Country Girl, Mary, Ty Bay Lux, Tammy, Sarah, Cassie, Grace, Angel, me and you, Lisa, Kiki. Hello, everyone. Really do appreciate you so very much. Lori says, my tulips are blooming. Yes, it's that time of year. It's that time of year. It's almost April. I'm so thankful. God, I'm so thankful. It's your birthday, Lori? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, my dear. Yes. Today's your husband's birthday? Happy birthday, Mr. Girl Mom. Sue. Happy birthday, my friends. Hope you guys are well. It's me and you's birthday as well. Is it me and you's birthday? Is it what? Is it me and you's birthday as well? Let's see here. Someone said happy birthday, me and you. Tomorrow. Ooh. Ooh, suki now. Ooh, suki now. How you doing? Yes, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to you, Miss Girl Mom. We will be singing some happy birthday songs. Uh, yes, that's nice. Um, got a lot to talk about today. UC Texas. I know what you mean, Mag. My son's birthday is on the 28th. Nice. Today's your birthday, Beth. Happy birthday, Miss Beth. Happy birthday. Hey, Buddha. Good to see you. Lori, great. Lily, Psychic Amelia. 31st. God, lots of March birthdays. What sign is March? I don't even know what sign March is. Lorraine, hello. I don't know what sign March is. I only know like maybe 3 signs. And that's about it. My brother George had a heavenly birthday today. Aw, Mona. Happy heavenly birthday to your brother George in heaven. No, it's not Aquarius. I know Aquarius. Pisces? Aries? Well, it could be Pisces and Aries. It just depends, you know. I'm half Pisces and now it's half Pisces. So it's a cusp. Is that what they call them? Like a cusp? I think that's what it is. 3 of 4 of son's kids are March. Oh, wow. Did you have an anniversary 9 months before March? Carol? I'm just asking. Hey, Seashell, good to see you. Lisa Faulkner, Jen in Georgia. My nephew has a heavenly birthday on the 30th. Oh, happy heavenly birthday to you as well. That is the reason my daughter is Pisces. Nice. Happiest birthdays to everyone. Miss Bubbly Beth says, yes, absolutely. Well, we are talking about the Sebastian Rogers case. I know there's a lot of people live right now, but they're probably ending it soon. It's now Aries. You look like a Pisces, Justin. I'm not a Pisces. I'm not a Pisces. I take it. If you don't know, what do you think my sign is? Only if you don't know. Seashell, don't delete your comment so nobody sees that. Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo. I am a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. That's what I am. My husband is ruby red, my son's diamond, and mine's sapphire. I'm a ruby. I'm sure I'm not good at this. I'm not either, Heidi. I'm not either. I'm not either. I'm a Cancer. You're a Cancer too, Heidi? Yes, we're emotional. Very much so. Hey, Spad, good to see you. Guidance, Cassie, Lori, Lisa, Kloops, me and you, Brown Eyed Girl. Good to see you all. Vic, Raymond, hello. Carol, Mary, my brother was March 3rd. Nice. Oh, really, Lorraine? You're a Cancerian? Nice. I'm a Gemini. She says, Jacqueline, you are too. Nice. Oh, green is my fave. Nice. Okay. So we're talking about the Sebastian Rogers case. I know a lot of you have asked me, and this is just a hypothesis. I want to first say, there is no named suspects in the Sebastian Rogers case. However, it is a criminal investigation. We do know that. Now, what does that mean? That means someone did something of some sort of foul play, didn't walk out the door. Didn't walk out the door. I mean, well, let me take that back. I mean, I don't think he walked out the door, but I guess you could say you could technically say he walked out the door. He could have walked out the door and then foul play happened to him after that. You could say that, even though there is no evidence to suggest that Sebastian walked out at all. In fact, there's more evidence, in my opinion, to point that there is, that he didn't walk out the door, right? We got the car, the flashlights, and all of that. Hey, Veronica, good to see you, honey. But so there's no named suspects in this case, but it is foul play. There are not foul, well, criminal investigation, I should say, rather. And that being said, we're going to do a hypothesis this evening, and then we're going to look at something that happened. You guys have asked me to play this 1,012 times. We started to play it one day, and we got busy. And it's really important. It's really, really important in my opinion. But anyway, there is everyone is innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. What I'm saying is just my opinions, and that is that. Don't consider it a fact. Right? Right. Okay, moving along. So the hypothesis today is going to be, what if a family member or family members in one of the households did something to him, did something with Sebastian, right? And for instance, because I hear this a lot. Could they get him on? Could they get them on a lesser charge? Meaning, for instance, if there was some sort of abuse and or neglect. Remember, this is a hypothesis. This is not a fact. Because I know I hear people in their frustrations and they say, well, what about, can they get them on anyone on lesser charges? And that's kind of a twofold question. It's kind of a twofold question because the answer is absolutely they can. They can, but it's not as simple as what it sounds. Was there more than one household? Yes, there was, Terry. There was Sebastian had his main house, which was with his mother and his stepdad, and then every other weekend, sometimes 3 days a week, he would be with his bio father. But what do we know that bio dad says there is what, at least 5 CPS reports, right? And so that's we're gonna do a few things here because we need to look at this for to really work through it, right? All right. So we'll do it like this. 5 CPS reports. Okay? There is 5 CPS reports allegedly in the one house. In my opinion, I'd say so, cuz seems like a lots are involved allegedly. He left the table at Texas Roadhouse a few minutes and returned. He didn't run away then, just a thought. Yeah, I agree. I think if Sebastian was going to run away, he would have really not ran away in the nighttime, to be honest with you. In my opinion, if he was going to run away, which I don't, I think there is allegedly, Cassie. Yes. There's kind of two types of kids, right? One that would run away and one that wouldn't. One would be you you no way you could get him to run away. No way. No way at all. The other one is the type that would definitely run away. And there's really no in between. You are kind of who you are, right? So, that being said, could in this hypothesis, and that is exactly right for criming out loud, that is exactly my point for today. Uh, for criming out loud says parents rarely do time now for CPS charges. CPS pushes for family reunification and providing resources to keep the family together and rehabilitated. Yes. Um, that's the number one goal. That's the number one goal, right? Is family reunification if possible. Now, but Sebastian's case, this is not something that's normal either. The Looking Glass, thank you so very much, my dear, for 5 months. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Hope you are well. Thank you so much, my friend. Um, so that being said, hey Patty, good to see you, hun. D. Petra, good to see you, hun. Drew, Ash Cash. I left at 18 in the daytime. Had to, and yeah. So that being said, the number one goal, as was just mentioned, was reunification. Wasn't he home alone after school? Why wouldn't he run away within? Yes, he was home alone after school at mom's house. Right. Why wouldn't he do it then? Always late. Hello, Jane. And why wouldn't, he could do it at his dad's house too when he was home a lot, of the night. Welcome back, Lakeside. So, yes, CPS number one thing is reunification. But that being said, now let's say that there was an open CPS case or there was a home plan during the time Sebastian went missing in this theory. And for instance, there was, how can I say this? That one of the people that lived inside the household wasn't supposed to be there. And then a child comes up missing, and police expect foul play. Will they charge? So CPS doesn't normally charge abuse and neglect unless it is very, very, very bad. They have to send that off to the police, right? They have to send that off to the police and recommend that these individuals or individual be charged. Any heard from Joe? Joe got timed out yesterday? Yeah, crying out loud. My BFF works for CPS. She's worked almost, I think, 20 years or so. But it's different in every state as well. He's here or was. Okay. Okay. Whoever timed out Joe, don't time out Joe. Don't really time out anybody unless they're just being really, really nasty. Excuse me. But let's say, so again, CPS doesn't normally recommend charges unless it's very, very bad. And again, they have to go to the police and say, in our opinion, we recommend charges and we would, you need to do it. Now, the police could charge without CPS. They don't need CPS to charge, right? But it makes it more, I don't know if it makes it more complicated, but it would certainly help the police if, for instance, they had CPS on board with them, if the police decided to charge. meaning there's been, 5 phone calls or 5 house calls, and it's evidence essentially. Do they need CPS? No, but they also have to prove abuse. Like if the police was to charge, they have to prove it. And Sebastian isn't here, right? They have to prove abuse or neglect. And it's hard to prove abuse or neglect, um, especially now that he's gone, that he's not here, right? Can they? Yeah, they can. They sure can. But it's a lot harder. Now, they could charge, they could, for instance, potentially charge for, if they have some sort of evidence of what would happen to Sebastian if something happened to him. If something happened to Sebastian, and they can prove that in whatever form or fashion, they can charge with, I think it's called grossful neglect or abuse or neglect, um, leading to the death of a minor as well. But if they're going to do that, they might as well charge for whatever happened to him, if indeed, God for he's not with us any longer. Yes, we all love Joe. Oh, Joe, just text me if someone ever times you out or something, okay? Joe's he's a jokester, and sometimes people don't understand that. They may not understand you. Joe's a regular. Now, that as well. That as well, right? Now, allegedly, this CPS agent got in trouble. Civilly speaking, maybe neglect would be easier because the child went missing on their watch. Using the CPS report as evidence to support civil claim may lead to info during discovery process. Very good point, Trishy. Yes, that could be a possibility as well. But that's something that would be something. Okay, girl mom. That's something that CPS and authorities would have to be, in tandem working together with, which they work hand in hand all the time, right? Click the arrow button. Okay, here let me just, I don't know what you mean by click the arrow button. It's, I can well, this is what I'll do. I'll copy and paste it here. Whatever. Trish, you just. Okay. Oh, wait. ANTUN. She wants me to see this. In Tennessee, the Department of Children's Services, DCS, handles investigations of child abuse and neglect cases under a structured process called Designed to Ensure Child Safety while protecting parental rights. Here's how it works: one, initial report and screening. Reports of suspected abuse or neglect are made to the Child Abuse Hotline. DCS assesses whether the report meets criteria for investigation. If it does, a case is assigned to a CPS investigator. Two, investigative process. A CPS investigator visits the child's home within a set time frame based upon the severity of the allegation. Interviews are conducted with the child, parents, caregivers, and possibly others involved, teachers, doctors. DCS may request medical exams, psychological evaluations, or law enforcement involvement if necessary. Safety assessment intervention. DCS assesses whether the child is safe at home or needs protective measures. If immediate danger is found, DCS may seek a court order to remove or work with the family on a safety plan to avoid removal. Law enforcement is involved in cases of serious abuse or criminal activity. Can case determination and next steps. After investigation, DCS makes a finding: unsubstantiated, no evidence of abuse or neglect; substantiated, evidence supports the claim, and services intervention are required. If substantiated, DCS may offer family support services, require a family uh, permanency plan, or in severe cases, pursue legal actions for foster care placement or termination of parental rights. Court involvement, if necessary, if where was I? If DCS files a petition in juvenile court, parents have the right to legal representation. Judges decide custody, services, or parental rights termination based on the child's best interest. Sixth, case closure or ongoing monitoring. If no further risk exists, the case is closed. If needed, DCS continues supervision, offering family services to prevent future incidents. Well said. Well said. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much CP. What? Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Hold. Okay. Let me see something. I need to check something. Uh that's in the person that sent me that, who supposedly has that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I checked. Yeah, I got you. I got you on that. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. CPS did fail Sebastian. There is Amber Alert child danger. Meaning in Sebastian's case? Yes. Yeah. Sebastian was doing everything he could do in his power. Teachers did everything that they could do. In my opinion, Sebastian was failed by many people, not just CPS. I don't know. I mean, I think he was failed by his KK, you know, and it and it's because I believe that she chose Edgarstein over everyone else. What did Tar say? KP is more responsible for failing Sebastian than anyone, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. She had him most of the time, right? Jules, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a second. Hope you're well. Jules to Callie, thank you so much. Um, very, very kind of you, my dear. Y'all, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. And consider becoming a member of the Pearl family, helping us reach our goal if possible. Trishy A18, it appears also that PFs hide things from Seth. I believe Edgar was right there in the middle. Right there in the middle. In a sense, in my opinion, manipulating KK even and Sebastian. Not well, Sebastian too, but Seth. I've had like 2 hours of sleep. And no one heard him really hurt him. Correct. Correct. He pushing up daisies. Did you get an Amber Alert in Utah today? Yeah, isn't Sweetie Pyler? She's beautiful, Lauren is. She really is. This is a very important live, and we started to do it. We got sidetracked on, and it's very important because this is about how many months ago was this? It's been months ago. 1 year ago. I mean, so whenever someone goes missing, right? The first, when the mind is fresh, that is whenever people recall the most. And also, the neighbors were more likely to talk then, right? The neighbors were more likely to talk then as well. And, to a lot more of us more freely, if you will. So, there's some things I want to cover in this. Is it Pielo? I've got her link in the description. Pielo. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's P-I-E and then a capital L-O. Like that. Sweetie Pie Low. Yeah, and y'all keep Sweetie Pie Low in your prayers as well. I think she's been going through some health struggles and stuff. I was watching a video or listening to a video more or less the other day, and she was talking about she was having some, trying to figure out some stuff. So y'all keep her in your prayers, if you will. Oh, that's nice for crying out loud. Good. So she's got a good heart. She's got a good heart. I mean, I think she's gonna be fine, but just need your prayers, right? So this is very important.
The story of the mother.
Hold on.
I think I learned. I made a lot of phone.
It up. So credit goes to our friend and yours, Miss Sweetie Pylo. Link is provided in the description for the replay crew. Make sure you go, if you're not subscribed to Sweetie Pie, make sure you go subscribe to her. Say hello and tell her the Pearls sent you over. Oh, so yeah, make sure you go subscribe to her.
Calls, gathered all the
This is very
info,
important.
listened to a lot of interviews, and then I just kind of made a list. So I've got this folder here in front of me.
And she and Donna Serafina are so good to Seth, and it's just so appreciated.
And that way I kind of stay on track. But all right, so timeline of
I don't think it's with Reverend Donna.
of Sebastian.
Not for this one.
Here we go. So the autistic teenager was last seen by his mother and stepfather when he went to bed. This actually isn't exactly true. His stepfather was not home, but when he went to bed on the night of the 25th of February, the whole story is that he went to bed at about 9 o'clock. Mom hears some shuffling or something at like 10 o'clock. And then.
Now remember, the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock is very, very important. He supposedly goes to bed later than normal, 9 o'clock. He just says, yep, going to, Mom told him to go to bed, and he did, and that's when she giggles. But she said later on, notice this, she says later on, I could hear him in there messing around with something. Now, that's odd. Why do you say that's odd? Because it's 9 o'clock. She let him stay awake longer. Later on, if you let your kids stay up later than normal, and you hear them in there 30, 45 minutes later, what are you going to do? You're going to go in there and say, knock it off. Told you I let you stay up later, and you're supposed to be in bed. Get your butt to bed. Right? That's what we do. That's what you do. Go to bed. Night, night. So I find it interesting how at 9:43 or 9:46, Edgar calls, and then she hears a thud. Nothing up until the time Edgar calls. Interesting.
The next morning, when she goes to wake him, he's not there. And so she claims to look all around the house, looks all around, maybe the exterior of the home, and then she's like freaking out, frantic, like any of us would be, right, if we're missing our baby. The canines tracked his scent through a construction area and into a retention pond. The pond.
Now, that is what we all thought. Now we know that was a false
thing. What happened to him goes. Now, what's a little bit odd to me is that they haven't raised more money as a reward to find him.
Now,
I think let's see.
You got to remember, this is a year old.
As the reward, 100,000, 150. That's a very low potatoes of all this. Then a landfill, a landfill was searched in Kentucky. That was on March 7th. And I think what led investigators to the landfill was the garbage men. The garbage men claimed that the trash that was taken out that day, because garbage was collected on Monday morning at about 5:12 a.m. And the garbage people claimed that the trash was a bit heavier than usual, which I don't know how they even gauge something like that, but somehow that tip is what led him to the land.
Now, that's what we had originally thought, that the trash was allegedly heavier, that the trash man said, you know, the trash was a little heavier that morning and contacted the police. No. What actually happened, because we have the text now, the police contacted the trash company and said, "Hey, did you notice anything, you know, when you were picking up the trash?" And they said, "No." So, in my opinion, that tells me it was Tina. Yeah, it was debunked. Yeah. It was debunked. Yes. I think there's a little bit of a delay, so what that tells me, in my opinion, is that they were on their way to the landfill, right? They asked the trash company and they said no, but they still went to the landfill. They still went to the landfill. They knew something. They know something. Because even after there's nothing of Sebastian leaving on his own accord, the trash company said, "No, we didn't notice anything odd, out of the ordinary." But they still went to a different state and was looking for something. Did they find anything? They say that they didn't. Or they just said it was not fruitful. Yes, Smiley, I agree.
As of right now, both the mom and stepdad, I would say they're compliant, but in a lot of ways, it's hard to say. They're compliant, but like the stepdad is super argumentative. I don't know if you guys have seen the interviews and stuff, but he's quick to anger. You can definitely see that. No doubt about it. What you need to know, though, is about these weird, bizarre lights. I'm sure you guys have heard about them, but let's get into the lights because I think it all ties together somehow. Let me share this with you. Okay.
Yeah. According to Nick Barris, Crazy Country Girl, whenever a day or two before, and this is what Nick Barris said, he knew it was criminal a day or two before they went to the landfill. This is when he used to talk. Right? So there's that. I think the reason that they gave KK the polygraph test is because they don't believe her story. That's why, what I think, and they haven't from get-go, just my opinion here. I don't know. The one-eyed, skinny trash trucks, the loose there. Right. Yeah, that as well. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you.
These lights are bizarre, man.
The video you're about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3.
So, do you pronounce it Bet or Betty? Some people say it Bet, and some people say Betty. So the landfill searches was never supposed to be known by the public. Never, ever supposed to be known by the public. Betty, okay. Thank you. So, that being said, it was leaked. They did allegedly search other landfills as well. Coincidentally, or non-coincidentally, in my opinion, they never searched the landfill where Seth's trash goes. I find that interesting.
3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night, pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed
Babs.
Sebastian left his
Babs, I'm sorry. My washer went out last night. So
home
I understand your
barefoot and with a
pain.
flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see, 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly.
Well, listen, 7, I mean, this is the thing. It's a very inconvenient. This is a very inconvenient thing to talk about. Right? It's a very, very inconvenient thing to talk about this, because I mean, 2 flashlights, a car, driving up, turning around, pulling in this neighborhood, walking through neighbors' yards and going to the Sebastian's home, and then 2 people coming out and 1 person going back. This is going to be crucial for this case. Mark my words, stamp it, date it. It's going to be. It's going to be. That's not even normal in bad neighborhoods. Exactly, for crying out loud. Exactly. There's no way Sebastian is leaving that house on his own without being picked up on camera. No, there's no. In fact, hey, Michael, good to see you. Elizabeth Kloops. And he is gone the same day these lights were seen. Not a coincidence. Yeah. What? 2 hours and 45 minutes later, she discovers her son missing. Not a coincidence. I bet you in the past year, no stranger, right, has pulled in that neighborhood. And I bet you before that, no stranger has ever pulled in that neighborhood, pulled in the side of the road, and ran through neighbors' yards at 3 o'clock in the morning. Taz says, I'm from Hendersonville. Nobody kidnapped that child out of the neighborhood. No stranger, at least. However, he disappeared was very planned out, Taz says. I don't know, but I don't think he ever ran out or walked out of that neighborhood. It's not Sebastian. Oh yeah. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I've said, the truth, please. They're not concerned with the one. Do you know how pissed Edgar gets if you know, when TJ or CJ said he was coming to the neighborhood, he wrote in his comments, let this be your warning to not trespass. I mean, I understand he doesn't want people on his property. I get that. But why are you not concerned when your stepson and your son goes missing, but you're concerned about a YouTuber who's looking for your child? Got it. Because that makes no sense. Thank you, Hey Jude. Thank you, love. Really do appreciate you, my love. If you received that membership, make sure you thank our beloved Hey Jude. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And all you have to do is look at their behavior when that question is asked. That's all you got to do is look at their behavior when that one question is asked. They about break out in hives when that question is asked. Their body language, their words, they both curling up. It's obvious, in my opinion. Absolutely obvious. In my opinion, he thinks he owns the whole area and street. Yeah, remember, he got out, stood in the middle of the road, and blocked Bobby and them from traveling. You remember when he said that if someone blocks the road or something like that, Tennessee has a law that you can run over them if they're in the road or whatever. That's very interesting that he said that, considering he's, I don't know, stood in the middle of the road before. I guess it just depends on if it's him or not, right? I found that interesting.
Briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then, subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1.
Yeah.
Let me tell you real quick. The camera that observed these lights was on Kellen, I think it's Kellen Lane. Okay, so Kellen Lane, from what I've seen on the map, runs parallel with Stafford Court, which is the street that they were on. So this is basically a home that's likely behind them or offset maybe to the left or to the right, but behind them. So it captured these unusual lights that were at, a reasonable distance from each other. But what were the lights?
Girl, very good point. Very good point. Yes. He allegedly tried that. Remember? Run over, she said. And you're right, Bushby. It's not how it's written. He just said it like that. I mean, there's no law that's going to say if someone's in your way, yeah, go ahead and hit him. Go ahead and hit him. Right? But he wanted to be extra Texan tough.
Came on at 3:10 a.m., February 20.
He's watching right now, in my opinion.
Which was that Monday that he disappeared. So continue this.
One off screen. It's a short time later, and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know, there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video.
Now, that's important. We don't take that little statement. We don't listen to that little part.
Anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere.
Those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact
that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant.
That there is someone around Sebastian's home is significant. That is big. That's big.
This video shows suspicious activity in the Sebastian. Not go with a strange vehicle. Investigators are. This video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads.
Well, it's a criminal investigation.
We'll be following that. Nick Barris, News.
Wonderful job.
Okay.
Let's get into the information that I've got. At the very least, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Hey,
all right. First thing you didn't know, that Trev Time, he's another YouTube creator. He reported a couple days ago that a neighbor, somebody, I guess it was a neighbor, told him that there was a foreign car that came into that neighborhood spotted around 3 a.m. This.
Yeah. Yeah. I have my thoughts on that.
Completely, in my opinion, corresponds with these unusual lights. But what does it actually mean, right? Does it mean that
he says it could be, and we don't know what we don't know.
The parents in some way had something to do with it?
They know.
Great question. Don't know. But what I can tell you is I talked to several different individuals. I'm going to go over what they said. Okay. So there are no street lights on that street, or I guess on any of those streets around there in the middle of the night because of there. I guess there's no HOA. So it's completely pitch black in that neighborhood, which makes it incredibly hard for a camera to capture, what's even going on. I'm sure the TVI and stuff has had to really adjust the lighting to try to get any image whatsoever because it's just so dark. What I was told.
Mohawk, what is all the stories been? It was just someone delivering mail, guys. No worries. What is all the stories it's been? Delivering mail, construction worker, a girlfriend and boyfriend.
Is every single thing that Katie has said as of now. Katie is the mother of Sebastian. That every single thing she has said at this point checks out exactly to what she could see surveillance-wise. So what she observed when she went back through her footage.
And I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that because I don't think there is anything. I think, KK was there all night. And I think 3 a.m. going out the back door. Yeah, another stargazing. Yeah. Girls, boyfriend, construction worker, Uber driver, DoorDash, and now a paper delivery. Thank you. I knew Mohawk would remember.
Was at 5:12, the trash came. Okay, that would have been on Monday morning.
That is KK's best friend, Meep. That's KK's best friend. Guys, go show our family. It's just in some. Yes, please hit that thumbs up, y'all. Greatly appreciate it.
About
Oh,
6:20.
oh yeah. And flashlight tag. And flashlight tag. And flashlight tag. Yes. Forgot about that one. Good memory, Brenda. No one talks about Lori. Yeah, I don't think and trash truck, yeah. UFO is next. I don't think Lori I don't think she has anything other than just being a supportive friend. Pokemon search. Someone said Pokemon search. A waning gibbous. Tar Heels. Use that in a sentence. Tar Heels waning gibbous is in use tonight. I don't know. Does anyone know how old KK is? KK is younger than she looks, in my opinion. Flashlight tag is when you're trying to implicate Bobby's children. She only mentioned her children did it years ago when it were little. Yeah, I think she said during the summer. My waning gibbous itches. There you go. Thank you, Tar. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Mom comes out. It could have even been 6:30. It was sometime in that window. Mom comes out. She sees neighbors. There's multiple neighbors outside at that point, and she starts saying, I can't find Sebastian anywhere. I can't find him anywhere. Now, I don't think she's much said that part of the story, that she actually came outside of her home and she was frantic, I guess, looking high and low for her son. Then she got into her vehicle, went over, I think, what was the school, potentially. That's what it's believed anyway. She was only gone for about, maybe, let's say 10 minutes at most, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most. Came back, and from there, it's odd to me. I think it was, what was it? The TV. Hold on.
Sharon, thank you, darling. Really do appreciate you. We all missed one hell of a party in the common area. I know. But you know who's not going to miss? Law enforcement. Are they? They're not going to miss. Hey, Runs with Scissors. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Guessing it was invite only. Yes. Mima. Cruella Socks has a waning gibbous in her musty hutch. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's funny as crap. Was Lori in town when this all happened? I don't know. I really don't know.
Let me double check before I say. I think it was the TBI, or we'll just say law enforcement. Law enforcement was not actually called until, am I correct in saying it, 11? Let me double check. I don't want to say it wrong here, but I think it was 11 o'clock. And at this point, you got to remember, this is 6:30 in the morning.
Hey, Jane.
Then the biological dad, Seth Rogers, he gets a message from, I think it was Katie, at about 7:20 saying, 911, can't find Sebastian, something like that.
You're not bothering me.
I'm pretty sure Chris, so the stepdad, of Sebastian. He ends up coming back into town. Again,
Yep,
he was in
Brenda.
Memphis working on this project. He comes back in at, I think, around
Oh,
1
so funny.
p.m. All right. So what I know is, so a lot of people are speculating that maybe he vanished before the point that we know of, Monday morning, right? That's not.
This is it's a car. It's a car. It's a car. What kind of car? You guys know I have my opinion. Whose car is it? I've wondered this because law enforcement has, because we know, because Edgar has told us, law enforcement has went to his family's house more than once, according to him. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Do they go to your mom's house and everyone else's house multiple times for a child that walks out the door? Multiple times. His words. Do they go to multiple families' houses multiple times? Yes, Kathy. That's what it is. It's carried. I agree, Heidi. Hey, Bliss. Brandy and Indy. KK, CB, TB, and Melissa were officer arrived at 7:04. 4 people later, Seth, Edgar, and Lori arrived. Maybe a police car, in my opinion. But I've always wanted to know, has law enforcement, I mean, I'm sure that I believe Edgar even said that they checked their cars too. I know they checked, KK and Edgar's car and all that, but their family as well. But I wonder if law enforcement knows what car it is, and if they have collected that car, if they have taken that car and it is in somewhere like forensics or evidence. I wonder if all relatives or friends that wasn't. I wonder if it was all relatives or friends that wasn't involved. Mm. What did the truth say? I still would like to know on the marks on his arms if they were there the first day and law enforcement was there. I would too. I would like to know what Edgar was wearing that day. Because I'll tell you this, someone in that car was wearing boots, in my opinion. The cops know about the car, in my opinion. I hope they do. But what do y'all think? No, Sadie, no, that's a question I don't know. The serpentine belt is a rubber belt, big circle that fits onto the water pump and has to be on the vehicle to work. Me and you, I don't think he remembers. I think I've asked him that before. I don't think he remembers. Which, to be honest with you, I don't know if I would remember either. You know what I mean? We're told by them that he ran, so they acted on. Yep, exactly. Aretha, good to see you, honey. The fact that Edgar said his truck was a new hit still confuses me. Sure does. Why would that be your first time his truck shook hands with their router? Exactly. It wouldn't be. Because he says, I think he I think he slipped, in my opinion, when he was talking on there. Because he says, no shit, because that's my truck. Because he says, well, this is the first time it hit on that. And he says, no shit, because that's my truck. Ooh, I just thought of something. Don't talk about my truck, Maud. They reset router. Um, no, that still wouldn't do it. That still wouldn't do it. They would still be able to. I mean, yes and no, right? They would still be able to know whether it has ever went through that service. With him and Edgar went together to find Sebastian. I don't know, Delby. Chris says it feels just like it's taking too long, in my opinion. Crystal, I understand. I really do. I really, really do understand. And there's a lot of us that feel the same way, but it's actually, you know, if we're getting it 2 years, I'll be really worried then. But it's standard over a year, when they have to prove a case like this and such a high profile case, right? A high profile case like this. It's craziness. Steven Cern's factory reset his phone, and law enforcement still got photos you can't hide from the geofencing. But nope, can't do it. You cannot. There is a built-in. I don't even know what it is, but you cannot take it out of any cellular device at all. It's built into it. There's nothing you can do to take that number, if you will, off. If Detective Carter works on this every day, I'm sure it'll get solved soon enough. Mod, very good point, right? He's working on this every day for the past year. I mean, that's big in my opinion. That's very big.
Actually possible at this point. Let me tell you why. Because he was seen on camera Friday afternoon at about 3 p.m., which would have been right after school, got out. He went, he checked the mail, went back into the house. Then he's seen on Saturday around, I want to say it was 6 something. It could have been after they got back from their dinner, because I guess they went Wait, was that on Saturday? You know what? No, it was on Saturday evening, but I can't say it was around a dinner time. But it was Saturday evening. He's observed skipping and hopping along, checks the mail, goes back in to the garage, and then goes probably back into the house. Then on Sunday, so Sunday being the day before he disappears, he is observed taking the trash out pretty late at night. You know, I can't remember if it was like 6 or 7, but it was somewhat late at night. I guess if you don't get your trash out early, you're not gonna you're gonna miss the opportunity. So the trash guy comes at like so early, and on that day he came at 5:12 a.m. What I understand, the only lights that were on were the garage lights. When Katie says that she put him to bed at 9 o'clock, the lights went out at exactly 9:08 p.m. Then at about 11:45, her
Hold on.
light goes out.
Listen to that again. 1 second.
Early, you're not gonna you're gonna miss the opportunity. So the trash guy comes at like so early, and on that day he came at 5:12 a.m. What I understand, the only lights that were on were the garage lights. When Katie says that she put him to bed at 9 o'clock, the lights went out at exactly 9:08 p.m. Then
the lights went out at 9:08 p.m.
At about 11:45, her light goes out. Katie's light. So the mother's. There is no, you know how she says that she hears like a shuffle or something around 10. There's no absolute proof of that happening as far as lights or anything go. So we don't know about that. But Chris, this person told me Chris was not seen the entire month of February. People observed Chris when he did come home that day, and the embrace that they had was really like.
People talk about that embrace. I believe that embrace. I do, because I think, in my opinion, they were overwhelmed of what they perhaps could have, went through.
It was powerful.
In my opinion.
It was the look of grief. It was the look of being scared. Now, let me tell you, not all this information I'm going to be giving you is good and sunshine and rainbows. Like
you can't tell that it's Sebastian. You can just tell it's a person.
Some of it is not good. This was the better of what I heard. Okay. But I want to tell you everything. That way you can kind of get an idea and make up your own mind, for what you think happened. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of us are really stumped. One moment, I'm like, this is so obvious. We know who did this. A kid doesn't just disappear. But then in the next moment,
Absolutely,
it's like,
Deb.
well, what happened? Like, this is bizarre. And to answer Holly's question,
really?
Hey, Holly, did he have his glasses? Yes, supposedly his glasses and his flashlight are among the things that are missing. Supposedly. Okay, so I want to tell you this next thing that happened.
Okay, I will, 1-800. I'm taking a note of that right now.
All right, so for about a week to follow his disappearance, Katie had his hat, his shoes, and a blanket on the front porch.
Yep.
And one morning she was observed coming out the door, leaning over the railing and screeching Sebastian's name and crying and like screaming like crazy, like Sebastian, like a mother would act. Law enforcement came to each of the neighbors' homes, searched their entire home, their attic, their drain pipes. There was multiple
and yes, KK allegedly was outside on the porch and screamed for Sebastian. But I believe she misses Sebastian. I do believe she misses Sebastian. I and I think that's a normal thing either way. Either way it went. I think it's a normal thing.
Dogs, law enforcement on horseback for 7 straight days. Law enforcement was in and out of the Proudfoot home for probably the first couple weeks.
I don't know.
It's so confusing. Like, this is crazy. That's all I can say. Their backyard is fenced
That's
with
very
about a
true,
4
1-800.
foot tall plus, fence that would be difficult to get over. I asked if law enforcement had come into Chris and Katie's home and done like a full forensics investigation, like with luminol and all that. And I was told that they've taken photos, and you probably heard this part because I think it has been said elsewhere. They've taken photos all around the home, like every square inch. I don't think that they've done the whole luminol thing yet. They were in the attic. They took photos of every square inch of the home, exterior, etc. And then I said,
Yes.
people are.
Yes. Yes. Didn't even roll the window down. Didn't even roll the window down. Yeah, Heidi. Yeah, irony. When we were talking Mother Live, yes. Mistake, no luminol. The police know that they have plenty of time to charge someone, but in the meantime, they are looking to find Sebastian. That is the goal. Yeah. I think she misses him and she knows she's going to be divorced soon and that she's the owner. Yep, Bubbly Beth. Yep. Absolutely. I don't even think, in my opinion, I don't even think they're really together anymore. I don't. I think she was going through the motions. I've heard neighbors on my street screaming for their dogs riding really slow. Yep. It's a cry of regret because things didn't work out like she thought it was going to turn out. Hence, Ellie. Yep. Yeah. I don't think it's. I mean, I think the luminol is if there would be like, blood or something, but I don't think this would be that, in my opinion. I don't think this is going to be a case where you're really going to need the luminol.
Uneasy with the changing story of Katie and how
They
she
should have
heard
done it,
rummaging
yeah,
at 10-ish,
probably.
p.m. And I was told that that is the exact same story that was said day one. So if mom is BSing here,
Right, Tux.
she has stayed extremely consistent with her story, which is interesting. One detail that she hasn't mentioned, though, was, like I was saying, the point where she does run outside.
Yes. I feel like whatever happened before 9:42 or 9:46. Love you too, down a dark alley. Like someone said before, I think she was flying through the neighborhood to make sure the trash man was long gone. I think she knew the trash man was gone because literally right after the trash truck comes, she's right almost behind the trash truck. Like it's the trash truck goes to there and then goes out. Do I think it's premeditated? I don't. Most people do. I don't. Girl says, I actually feel bad for Edgar. I think he was manipulated big time. I think they were both. Justin, can you go over your live about what Smiley said about KP and saying she is waiting for CP to be arrested to her customer? Where was this? When was this? I think the trash truck was in her timing for leaving the house. Oh, Jane, get some rest, honey. Cassie knows everything that goes on. You'd have to. When was it? I think the Texas Roadhouse clips are Texas Roadhouse clips. I don't think there is anything whatsoever related to Sebastian missing at the Texas Roadhouse. I do think there was a conversation between the two, and I do think that you'll take some. Okay, thank you. And I do think that there was maybe some tension between the two. Like when they're, when you're talking, like if you're talking to your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife or whoever, and you're at a public place and you start talking and it gets kind of heated or whatever, you disagree or something, you're like, they'll say something, you're like, and then you say something back, and then they're like, and then you're like, okay. um all right. I got you. It's that tension, and you like get to the car and you're like, what the fuck, or whatever, it's like that. Like I feel like there was tension or something there. No, neither one of them were having a good time there. They were not having a good time. Right, Holly? Wendy, you know what I'm talking about, girl. Is there a bowling alley video? There's a photo that I've seen. I mean, there probably is a video, but I've not seen the video, but I've seen photos. Justin Cognizant Graham has a great channel. She keeps Sebastian's face. Well, drop Cognizant's link. Justin Silver passed my proud foots this weekend. I sent you a pic via text. I sent you a pic via text of their driveway. Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time, Lab African Gray Bunny. How you doing? I disagree. Did you send it, Cassie? This pic was from 2 days. Okay. Someone just sent me this. It's kind of blurry though, but let me show you this. Take this banner down. This is um oh, Smiley sent me something earlier and I did not see this. Let me put this up before I do that. Amber Alert in Riverdale, Utah for 2 abducted children, Angie Trujillo and Ricardo Trujillo, 2 years old and 3 years old, believed to be in immediate danger. Subject Ricardo Rogel Trujillo, a homicide and arson suspect, is driving a white F-150 Utah plate 8, B as in boy, S as in Sam, C as in can, 6. He is 5'5", so he's short to be a guy, 180 pounds, with black hair and eyes. Angie is 2 foot 2 inches, 35 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Ricardo is 2 foot 5 inches, 45 pounds, black hair and eyes. Contact the Riverdale Police Department at 801-394-6616, or if you're local, you can call 911 801-394-6616, or you can check alert.utah.gov. Okay, I won't show me that. Let me just, there we go. Yeah, I'll text it to Mob. Okay, did you send it to me, Cassie? Holy shit. Hold on. How do I take this off now? Stop screen. Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to. Okay. Sunday afternoon. How did he get these pictures? How did he get these pictures? A drone? The trailer's back. That can't be Sunday afternoon, is it? Or is the leaves coming out there? I wonder about that too. Oh, thank you, Lab Bunny. Check text, please. Okay. Yes, he took lots of drone footage. I can send the videos. That's just a screenshot. Yeah, send that to me. When yesterday. All right, let me pull up something. Smiley Stories World. I have not heard this. And this was Was this yesterday? It says 2 days ago. $25.34. Wait. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Credit goes to our smileys.
Went to wake him up for school, but he was already, he was not there, she said, looking about 3 minutes. Then did not call 911, but her husband, she called hours away out of town. Remember that?
Hold on. What?
3 minutes. Then did not call. Was already.
Hold on. What?
He was not there, she said, looking about 3 minutes. Then did not call 911, but her husband, she called hours away out of town. Remember that? Yeah, she was studying for her exam.
Thank you, lab.
Her exam to do what? What exam? To fool YouTube? I'm just curious, just asking.
Oh, good.
For many
Thank
of
God,
us.
Janet. Thank you so much for telling us that. That's amazing. Praise the Lord. Oh, thank you so much, Jan. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate that, my dear. You're so welcome. Okay. What are we listening for,
Sleeping
Kathy?
and studying on the phone all at the same time. Yep. Great job. She's got many talents.
Ooh,
Many talents.
I love Smiley.
No one caught KP, said the dogs are put away when Chris. I did. Yeah. Said when CP come home.
Tell us what we're listening for again,
came
Cassie.
home,
It's right
they
here
sleep
somewhere.
with Katie. When he's not home, they sleep with Katie. But they're put away that night. Yeah. Because when he's home, they have to be pinned up. Oh, yeah. So why was they pinned up that night?
Jeep playing till. Okay.
Yep, that's very odd. Katie Lynn Payne Rogers Proudfoot. Where's your son, Sebastian Rogers? What really happened that night? Oh, here comes the good part. Let me take a drink of my coffee, y'all. Here comes the good part.
Here's the good part, she says.
And I told y'all, I'm not going to make this a long live, but here comes the good part. Hold on. Now, I hope Katie's listening to this, or some of her buds send it to her like they blew Chris's phone up, allegedly.
Yeah. So I guess Edgar was on the phone yesterday when Julie was on panel.
When they were talking about his truck, but I know they're watching. Katie, this is where I start talking to you again. Do you remember crying to your little 20-something-year-old friend? You know, she's in her late 20s. Your friend that you did an install for, Katie? Oh, I'm not going to give it all away.
Oh, I know this story. I'm pretty sure. Yep, I know this story. I've told you guys this before. I forgot about it, but I've told y'all
Not
this
here.
before.
It's a little bit too early for that.
Yep, I know this story.
But do you remember breaking down to her, crying, and telling her how you and Chris were going through a divorce,
Yep.
that you were having it really hard. I bet Chris would be pissed off at that.
Yep.
Do you remember that? And do you remember telling her that you were just waiting for your husband to get arrested?
I don't remember that.
You were just waiting for your husband to get arrested? Well, see, somebody thinks you're scared of your husband, but you're not scared of him, are you, Katie? Because if you were scared of him, and that's why I'm not even the least bit worried about putting this out, you surely would have made it known in public. You surely would have screamed during an interview, or when you had his child in your possession to go out and eat, right? And when you had the upper hand, nobody was ever holding a pew-pew to your head, by the way. But Katie, he will turn on you.
Oh, yes.
And another thing, in I have a question for you and him both.
He don't
I
care
have a
about
question for
anybody.
you both. If y'all are trying to run the narrative with law enforcement that Sebastian ran away,
Yes, Irony Rose. Yep.
I want to ask you something both. Why would it was brought to my attention, but it made perfect sense. Why would you bring Faith down for that visit if you were scared somebody could have possibly took Sebastian, or he walked away and he was picked up, or
Yep.
could bring him back, or any of those things? It never happened. You know where Sebastian is, Katie.
Yep. I've said this long time ago.
Oh, and then by the way,
But I didn't hear. I don't remember she just waiting for him to get arrested. I don't remember that
I
part.
know a lot more. I also got this voicemail confirming, Katie, what everybody, including myself, has been saying about your little rendezvous with the neighborhood person. So, y'all, I feel confident that that was true. And from what I understand,
Yeah.
actually, I just got that today. So I'm going to bet Chris probably was pissed off, and they were already arguing over that after this little divorce thing was going back and forth.
Guys, I have multiple, and I mean multiple sources that knows Edgar and KK that are close, with like some really close and some I mean, not as in family, but around them that knows. It was bad. It was bad. Like, you guys, I played the one recording with Edgar's alleged boss. I don't think it's a boss, I think it's a coworker, saying he was done. And I know of Edgar knows someone that Edgar and this guy know each other. His mom contacted me, and then I ended up talking to the son, and they were done. You remember, it was allegedly it was allegedly it's me or him, and allegedly I heard it from one person, uh it's me or him, and I hope you pick him.
So you can be pretty sure that Katie chose Chris over her son, or she was very, very angry and snapped. But I still believe it was pretty.
I have a call that I'm doing tomorrow, y'all. So hopefully that
Premeditated.
goes well, and I'll have
That's
maybe
my
some new
opinion.
information.
And if you don't like my opinion, that's okay. That's okay. Because Smiley's been working behind the scenes. But it's time, Katie, that you know that you understand. It's time that you understand that I know a lot more than you think that I know. I just wonder if Chris, let me put it to you this way. I wonder who's going to flip on who first, y'all. I wonder, I'm going to put this little click in there. I wonder if Chris knows what you've been up to. And I wonder if Chris picked up this little tidbit, not thinking this information was going to get out. If he does know about.
And Babs says, I think they both have buyer's remorse in their marriage, and KK wouldn't live without the good life, and Edgar is now involved, in my opinion, question mark. I think, in my opinion, they both they were essentially a long distance relationship in a sense at times, right? And that's difficult on marriages, specifically newer marriages, right? Like, if I would say probably the first 5 or 6 years, that's really difficult. Now, after 10, 15, 20 years, you don't care. Go to work. You know what I mean? But the first few years is, yeah, and Mohawk just said it, I think. Two cheaters hooking up and getting married to each other. Bingo! In my opinion as well. And you can ask their exes, and that's their opinion as well. I wonder if it's hard to keep paying for their mortgage when they can't even stay in their home, in my opinion. I think that they are. Wasn't KK Edgar's supervisor in the Navy? That's how they met. I know she was um he was some type of counselor of some sort. They call it a counselor. I don't know. I forget. No, I don't think so, but it was their friend. 7-year itch is real. 7 years is kind of where a lot of times, if it's, yeah.
About it because he knows. You know, he's been crying hip a
I'm
lot, hip a
saving
lot,
that.
hip a lot.
Crying out loud. Crying out loud. I hope you don't mind if I use that. Okay? Hope you don't mind, because I'm using that. Justin, are they not staying in the home? maybe they are now. From what has been told to me up until, I don't know if they are now, but they really weren't, allegedly, before. Um, allegedly, like one of the brother-in-laws would come there and like switch out a car or something, and that's it. But I don't know.
Almost bet. I wonder if he knows what you've been squealing and who you've been squealing it to and whose shoulders you've been crying on and just who your friends are. And if
Um, Mohawk, one of these days, God willing, I'll be able to. And I hate to say this kind of stuff, but I really can't say some things, because if I do say it, they'll know exactly who told me. Um, and it's bad, 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 bad.
if this is where you picked up the HIPAA term, I'm just saying, this really is a small world. I heard you on the panel one night, Chris, say that. Well, I'll agree with you.
Yeah, guys, put my
This
email
really
for
is
perfectly
a
imperfect.
small world. Katie, where's Sebastian? What happened to Sebastian?
Yeah, yeah. You're right, Mohawk. And I'll just say this: in my opinion, that is what they did until they couldn't do it any longer. So there was an exit, in my opinion.
I want to know that night. Now, I just got something here from, I guess at night, just put something out. Basically, it is the photo of Sebastian, and it's saying, no lead is ignored, no angle is unexplored. The effort to bring missing Tennessee teenager Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is home. And
Hey,
this was
Sammy.
today, March 22nd. So I just got that.
Right.
But I'm not going to keep y'all on here. I know this was a short live.
Yeah.
But it's a small world. Actually, that's what I should have named.
Good job, Smiley. Good job. If anyone can break KP, it would be himself. Yeah, that's why she won't speak to him. They correct you of release you upon military duties. Yeah. And boy, I wish I could sing, man. I really do. Okay, guys, I'm off to bed. I literally have slept 2 hours in the last 48. Is this a new video from her? This was 2 days. It says 2 days ago. So there's that. Really do love you all and appreciate you so very much. I will see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. I am going to go of he couldn't recruit. That says a lot. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Maurice, Joan, Moss, that criminal. That criminal, I just now seen you. Tina, Bliss, Patty, Wendy, Lisa, Mansion, Baby Kisses, Tina, the Lady for Justice, Plant Lady. Hey guys, question. I need a question before I say goodbye. Put a 1 and be honest. Just be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you are into plants and gardening, house plants particularly. A 1. Okay. Um, would y'all like me to do some like plant videos and stuff? I'll do them on Pearl's channel. What was that? Carol says outside. Plant mom, I'm proud of it. Okay. I have a lot of plants. Meep. Do you know what I have? You know what I specialize in? And ironically, it's named this. What I specialize in. Monkey tail cactus. Simi starts. Monkey tail cactus. Yep. A crested, what kind of crested what? You have a wide cactus. I'll show it to you what a monkey tail cactus looks like. This is what it looks like. Right here. This is what I have, all kinds. Yep, it actually favors a monkey tail. And they're soft. They're soft. And they get big red flowers on them. Big red flowers, and they bloom down them. Oh yes, cat, all kinds. Yeah, they're pretty rare, pretty rare. All right, so I might do some of those. I'm an expert in having my plants unalive themselves, but love plants anyway. YouTuber, we can fix that. I can help you. People either like them or hate them, but they're very no, they're very soft. You know how most cactuses are very prickly? These are soft. You can, you know, silicone succulents in a pot. Nice. You like the unusual, yeah. Justin has a green arm, not just a green thumb. It's funny. Are they indoor? They're indoor here. Well, they're either indoor in my little greenhouse or and the other 6 months they're outside. I'm good with everything except cactus, and I can't get my lipstick plant to bloom. I can teach you, love winds. I can tell you how to make anything bloom. Anything. The squirrels got all my succulents last year. I wish I could have succulents outside year round. God, that's a dream of mine. I'll do it on my Remy Pearl channel. Get you an herb garden, girl. Lucky, you're late. You're late. I have a plant in my kitchen someone gave me from a cutting from. I have no idea what kind it is, and I'm embarrassed to ask again. It's growing though. Sarah, you know what you do? Take a picture of it, and use your Google Lens. Perfectly imperfect, you can too. Same. My son got me a plant that you just had 7, and I knew I could, and he knew I could keep that one alive. Is it an orchid? Is that what it is? That might be what it is. I'm allergic to all artificial dyes. I have been wanting to learn how to garden in care of emergencies. I need real food. Bliss, I wish we were all allergic to artificial dyes. Count that up as a blessing. Almost. I'm telling you. It's petroleum. Yes, Lucy Lou. Yeah. Air plants. Yes. Air plants is really a. Carol, did I get your cactus? No. Did you text it or did you email it? Mm. Nope, I didn't get it. 307-228-4906. Hey, Buddha. When there is a shortage, I freak out. Yeah, you should can stuff. I can do that. You know what I'm growing right now? I just soaked the seeds last night. I need to take them out. Papaya. I'm going to grow some papaya. And no matter what I try to grow as far as food and herbs, these weird birds, birds, eat them from the roots. So it gets real green, but never fruits. You need a systematic insecticide. Systematic. Erythium, yeah. You need a systematic. No, you can't use no. Sorry. You can't use systematic. I don't think there's. Yeah, they make them for edible ones as well. Yeah. Let me see what Carol did. Oh, well, Carol. Carol, did you buy one after I told people about this cactus, Carol? How long have you had this? You got to let it hang, honey. You got to let it hang. Oh, that's a wild. So what you do, Carol? Carol, cut those things off. Cut them. Clean your scissors with alcohol and cut them in like 6 inches, and then put them on like a newspaper for a day, and then pot those back in the plants and it'll bush out real good. Nice. That would be a great idea to do something differently. Let me tell you something. Canning is becoming a very in thing again. Very, very vogue. Yes. Or, Carol, you can cut them into like 6, 8-inch pieces, and then just let it sit for 24 hours so they'll callus over, and then just stick them in the dirt, and don't water it for a week. Don't put it in bright sun, just very indirect, and put them in new pots. Canning and dehydrated. Yeah. Yeah. Love canning your own food. People are doing it like crazy now. And see if you can find like jars, because jars are expensive. Now, canning jars, oh my God. It's crazy. But, see if your grandma's got some or whatever. Yeah, can y'all drop Remy's link? Canning is getting popular in the UK, but we have to import canners because no one. That's right. Yes, you can't. Yep, you can't have them in the UK. Yep. They have electric canners now as well. Oh yeah, D Lucky, they are. Yeah. Go to big church rummage sales for jars. That's a good idea, Witchy. Because they make bad things out of it, Moss. They make bad things out. The plants may not fruit if you haven't laid down actual soil. What plants? Which plants, Joe? That's a cactus. True climb and true climb. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like plants, makeup, monkeys, and murder. All right, guys. I got cactus soil and pot. Yeah. All you need for cactus soil, just get any soil, and you can add perlite, a lot of extra perlite. You can add some sand and some rocks if you want. Has ball books, yeah. You can probably find those at a yard sale too. Or check on Karen, same. Check on like a yard sale page or something for the cans and all that stuff. Guys, I got to go to bed. It's 11:02. Crap, I am so tired, y'all. So tired. I I'm ridiculous when it comes to landscaping. I'm mental. Well, I'm not. I mean, I guess it's called landscaping. Like my grass. I'm stupid when it comes to it. It's awesome. Look on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Yes, me too. All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. See y'all tomorrow, Lord willing. God bless each of you. Take care of each other. Good night.